Hi lads, so just doing the solutions there for page 163, question 16, 13 to 16. Okay, so have your book open there and have a look at question number 13. Let's read it. So write down the equation of any line parallel to 4x plus 3y plus 1 is equal to 0. Hence find the equation of the two lines which are parallel to that line and 2 units from it. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is write down the equation of any line parallel to this one. Okay, so you from the other video and notes, you should know that you keep the x and y the same and change the last one to a plus k. Okay, so I keep my x's and y's the same and change the last term to a plus k, as we say it there. All right, okay. The next thing, so that is the equation of any line parallel to this one. Then the next thing I want to do, so I know that the distance between this line and this line is 2 units. And my formula, this one, gets me the distance from a point to a line. So next thing I need to do is find, excuse me, any point on this line. So I think the easiest way to find a point is either let x equal 0 or let y equal 0. Find where it crosses the x or y axis. Okay, this time I just happen to let x equal 0. All right, you can do that for any line at all. You can find where it crosses the x or y axis because they all do. Okay, so let x is equal to 0, sub in 0, and you get y is equal to minus 1/3. So your point on that original line is 0, minus 1/3. So now I have a point and I have a line, which is this one, and I know that the distance between them is 2. All right, there's 2 such lines. Okay, so I've said the distance from 4x plus 3y plus k equals 0 to that point is 2, because that point lies on my original line. So off I go, just subbing into the formula there as normal, and I end up with minus 1 plus k over 5 is equal to 2, because I'm told that from the question. And then I have the modulus, cross multiply, is equal to 10. So you could either square both sides then, or take your plus 10 or minus 10, either or. All right, so I have my plus 10 here or minus 10. That looks like a minus, but it's actually an equals, okay? So plus 10 or minus 10 and solve both. So my two values of k come out to be 11 and minus 9. So the equations of my two lines are 4x plus 3y plus 11 is 0, or 4x plus 3y minus 9 is equal to 0. Okay, so that's question 13. On so to 14. Question 14, write down the equation of any line that is perpendicular to 3x minus 4y plus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, so this is my original line, any line perpendicular to it. So what do? I swapped the x's and y's and changed the sign here then. Okay, so this is any line perpendicular to it. And then it says, find the equation of the two lines which are perpendicular to it. So they'll be in this form. And are the perpendicular distance from the point 1, 1 to each line is 4 units. So my point is 1, 1. My line is this, labels A, B, and C, x1 and y1, and sub into your formula. And I'm told in the question, the distance is 4 units. So again, you're just subbing in, putting it equal to 4. Cross multiplying, 5 goes up and that becomes 20. So then I'm taking the modulus. Modulus means take the positive, but it could be the plus 20 or the minus 20. So that's what I've done here. The plus 20 or the minus 20. You get your two answers, 27 and 13. So you just put your 27 and 13 back into this one here. Okay, so the most important part of these questions, I'd say, is writing that at the start. All right, and you should know that from the other video and notes of how to do that. And so to question number 15. Write down the equation of any line through the point minus 4, 2. Okay, let's do that. So my point is minus 4, 2. My slope is m. I don't know what the slope is, so I should have written that there. Let the slope equal to m. So y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. And I do y minus 2, because I'm subbing in my 2 from here, equals m, because that is my slope. And x, now minus 4, because there's a minus 4 here. So minus and minus becomes plus, multiplying your m in. So just put it in the form, everything on one side is equal to 0. You get mx minus y plus 4m plus 2 is equal to 0. This is my A, B, and my C. really I should have a 1 in there for my b, isn't it? And then I'm told, hence find the equation of the two lines through that point, so they'll be in that form, whose perpendicular distance from the origin, so my point is 0, 0, is 2. Okay, so off we go, the same as the last time, subbing in your a, b and c. So that was my m, my -1, and my 4m plus 2, and my x1, y1 are 0, 0, and you're just working that out. Cross multiplying up then, easiest way to do this is to square both sides, especially when I'm dealing square roots. So squaring that, the first one squared, 16m squared, twice that by that, so twice that is 8m, by 2 is 16m, and the second one squared, 2 squared is 4. Squaring this, the squared goes on to the 2, and it goes on to the square root. So 2 squared is 4, square root and squared cancel out, so I'm left with m squared plus 1. Then you just multiply that out, and you come down to 12m squared plus 16m. Take out the highest common factor, which is 4m. What are you left with inside? 3m plus 4. Put each one, so two things multiplied to give me 0. Each one is equal to 0. So I get 4m is equal to 0, m is equal to 0, 3m plus 4 is equal to 0, 3m is equal to -4, m is equal to -4 over 3. And then I'm subbing back into the original, subbing back into this one here, my two values of m. Okay, so there's a nice bit of algebra in that, okay? And you get y is equal to 2, which you remember is a straight line through the y-axis at 2, or it's this one here. Okay, on to the last one today, which is actually pretty similar to the one we just did. The length of the perpendicular to a line from the origin is 5 units. So I have my origin, and I've just wrote down my 5 units, and the line passes through 3, 5. Find the equations of the lines, okay? Again, let your slope equal to m. So this is pretty much the same as the last one there. Y minus y1 equals m bracket x minus x1. Subbing in x1, y1. Y minus 5 is equal to m bracket x minus 3. Multiplying that out and bring everything over to one side. Whatever's with the x is your a, whatever's with the y is your b, and whatever does not have an x or a y is your c. Then this whole thing is your c. Your point is 0, 0 because it says the origin, and my distance is 5 units. So subbing everything into my formula again, and similarly squaring both sides. The first one squared, twice 1 by the other, gets me my -30m, plus the second one squared. Then the squared goes on to the 5, and it goes on to the square root. So 5 squared is 25, and squareds cancel. So I get m squared minus 1. Okay, bringing everything to one side, I come down to this, 16m squared plus 30m. Again, highest common factor is 2m. And just factorising that out, same story as last time, two values of m, and sub back into this one here, your two values of m. So it's kind of mainly algebra. I hope that was helpful. Please do out those questions 13, 14, 15, 16 yourself or using the solutions, because I would like you just to be able to go down through them, do them out and upload them because they are important. All right, thanks lads, have a good day.